My name's Lena, I'm 38, and I've spent most of my life as the family's background character. I grew up in a quiet suburb just outside Richmond, Virginia. My younger sister, Brielle, was born several weeks early and spent years dealing with health complications. Understandably, my parents' focus was always on her, and I faded into the background. If I so much as sniffled, I was sent off to stay with Aunt Marcy. At first, I thought it was a fun little getaway. Home-baked treats, mystery novels, someone who asked how I was doing. But eventually I realized I wasn't being cared for. I was being removed, just in case I posed a risk to my sister's health. I worked hard to be noticed. Perfect grades, academic awards, even a flawless college entrance score. None of it mattered. My achievements were brushed aside. Brielle's most basic efforts, applauded like they were Nobel-worthy. Eventually, I gave up trying to earn recognition and began focusing inward. My grandmother had an incredible collection of old costume jewelry, and organizing it became my happy place. That odd little pastime would later change everything. I earned a full scholarship to a top university out of state. My parents didn't contribute a cent. All their attention and money was still wrapped around Brielle and her latest college transfer. I worked jobs, studied hard, and after graduating, landed an entry-level role at a respected auction house in Philadelphia. One day, while reviewing a batch of items dismissed as fake, I flagged a brooch that turned out to be authentic and worth nearly $50,000. That changed everything. My supervisor began trusting me with serious pieces. I threw myself into gemology courses, built a professional network, and after several years, launched my own jewelry authentication business. In the beginning, I worked alone out of a tiny rented space above a pizza restaurant. Long nights, instant coffee, used furniture. But I developed a reputation for spotting rare finds others missed. Within 5 years, I had clients in London, Toronto, and Dubai. I expanded into multiple cities, built a team, and quietly grew my personal wealth past $12 million. And yet, my family still thought I worked in some old trinket shop. Every Sunday, I'd show up wearing understated designer clothes, nodding politely as Brielle went on and on about her junior job in marketing. Meanwhile, I was bankrolling my parents' mortgage and Brielle's tuition, sending $7,000 a month through an anonymous transfer. They believed I was scraping by on discount groceries. Then came Thanksgiving. Mom said she couldn't manage the cooking this year, so I offered to handle everything, claimed I'd saved up. I catered the entire meal from a high-end service I use for corporate events. Brielle mocked the stuffing. Some things never change. Later that day, she barged into my old bedroom to grab a charger, saw my laptop open, and noticed the dashboard of my company's financial portal. Assuming she'd finally have something to mock me for, she strutted into the dining room, flipped the laptop around, and said, "Let's see what Lena really does." Everyone went silent. They saw my business name, pending contracts totaling hundreds of thousands, account balance $12.4 million. My mom froze. My dad just stared. Brielle? She looked like she'd seen the dead rise. When I finally spoke, I said calmly, "Actually, I run one of the most trusted jewelry authentication firms in North America, and I've been quietly supporting this family for years." There was no applause, no pride, no gratitude, just anger, because I hadn't given it all to Brielle. That Thanksgiving dinner was the last one I ever attended.